Can somebody open the book of 2 Kings, chapter 4, verse 1 to 4. 2 Kings, chapter 4, and verse 1.
A certain woman of the wives of the sons of the prophets cried out to Elisha.
Yes.
Saying,
The situation. Right.
Your servant, my husband, our husband is dead.
Yes.
And you know that your servant feared the Lord.
Yes.
And the creditor is coming to take his two sons to be his slaves. So Elisha said to her, What shall I do for you?
What shall I do for you? Because this woman's husband died. He, was one of the son of the prophet. So now the debtor came that, my husband has died. Now the debtor came because he's owing. They did not tell her what he's owing. He's owing something, and now the debtor, because they did not see anything to take. Maybe they don't have property, they don't have clothes to sell or whatever. Now he want to take my child away. What shall I do? Go ahead, please. Thank you.
Tell me.
Exactly. What shall I do? Tell me.
What do you have in the house?
Now the man of God asked her, what do you have in the house? He said, tell me. It's a question. So in that instant, the man of God was using question to answer question. Somebody said, you owe money. He said, what do you have? Right? So what do you have? Go ahead.
And she said,
your
maidservant has nothing in the house.
That means that man did not leave property or car or whatever. I don't know if they are using car that time, or he doesn't have land. Your male servant, that's the dead guy, did not have anything
but a jar of oil. Then he said, Go. Borrow vessels from everywhere.
He said, but a jar of oil. I wish I, bring a jar. How many people know a jar? It's not that, okay. It's not that big. A jar of oil. Right? And he said, now, somebody that is owing. What did the man said again? Go and borrow. Listen to this very, very carefully. Go and borrow vessel because you got something. Tell somebody beside you, say, you got something. Tell you got something. That's the title of my message today. Say, I got something. Right? So go ahead.
Empty vessels.
Go
all your neighbors.
Since you have a jar of oil, right? Now go and borrow empty vessels. Vessels and jar of oil, they are different. You understand, right? Vessel is kind of more bigger. I grew up in Nigeria. I think that one is right? It's it's a big bucket. They use. I think I've drank water in it before. That is yes, like barrel. It's made with clay. That's the one I've seen before. I don't know which one you guys have seen. It's made with clay, right? They put water into it. The reason they use it that time, sorry, you guys, the reason they use it, it made the water cold.
Yes, we don't have
no refrigerator that time. Yes. You understand? So they're talking about vessel now. So, and there are different kind of vessels. That vessel I just mentioned now, that one is meant for water, right? Now go and I'm just letting you know how big the vessel might be. So go and borrow vessel. The man of God did not give her how big the vessel should be.
Now depends on him.
He did not. He just said, you have jar of oil, right?
Mm-hmm.
You too, you have jar of oil. You might not know you have jar of oil. So he said, go and borrow vessel. Go ahead.
Empty vessels.
Empty vessel, not the one that are filled.
Do not gather just a few.
Oh my God. Look at that. So he's giving him blank check.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? He's giving him, do not, that. Those are very critical instructions. Very, very critical instructions. Now, I was listening to this reverend. I think he's trending now. I know him very, very well when I was young. Reverend Isaac Komale. He was saying something because he used to come to our church in Ilorin. But because all the young guys, they are inviting him in Nigeria, so it's kind of, getting out there. We know him for very long time ago. He said something. He said there was a time in 1996 that he has problem. You might have listened to it. Everybody's on social media. He said then he has problem, right? That a man of God of his friend, like a friend, child of God, a friend pastor, now tell him, let us go to a senior man, which is like like an elder, spiritual father, something like that. Then he took him to Prophet Obadare. He's dead now. So actually, Prophet Obadare and we came to the United States the same day. We flew the same plane in 2002 when we came in. So he said, and I've played in their church many times. CSC will say. So, and I know the children, all of them. So he said, the man took him to Baba Obadare and he went from Ilorin. That man, Omale, has been in Ilorin for a long time. So because we know. So he said he has a church. He's a pastor. His daddy's friends. So he said they took him to Baba Obadare, and when they get to Baba Obadare is in Akure, which is in another state, very close to Ondo and all. So when they got there, they come. There is another scenario that is very needed, but it's not for this message about mentorship, because he was able to gain access easily. So that's why you need somebody ahead of you. So he took him there, and when Baba Obadare prayed for him, he did not even pray. And if you have seen Baba Obadare minister, because I've played for him many times, so you will see he's a very, very prophetic and detailed person, and that sees a lot of vision and stuff. So Baba Obadare just touched him, and he said he just breathed down like and he just told him that he should get up. And he told him that the problem you're having, that go and do so thing. Right? He just gave him instruction. I'm trying to connect this with instruction. He just said, go and do so thing. Normally, right, as a Christian human being, you're like, I came from Ilorin and I'm in Akure. He did not even pray. So he practicalized human being, which is like if you listen to the message, you will understand. Then he said, I came all the way from Ilorin, and you just tell me, can you just pray? He did like Thomas. Can you just, even if it is just one line of prayer? I don't want to get home, and my wife said that, what did they tell you to go and do? And he said, they did not pray for you, they did not do it. Which is kind of normal. So, but he left, right? And I think later he saw Baba Obadare, and he told Baba Obadare that, that problem solved. After that day, that he did what he told him to do. Then he said, Baba Obadare now laughed. He said, I used to have that problem in 1956. So that's the essence of mentorship. But what I'm trying to bring out from his testimony is instruction. The man of God is telling go and borrow empty vessel. Now you want to continue for me the Bible reading. borrow the empty vessel as much as you can. Meaning that if she borrow empty, you know about that miracle. If she borrow empty vessel that is filled like acres of land, that jar of oil will not stop. So most of the times, the things God wants to do for us, we are the one controlling it. Most of the time. The thing God wants, because that's why it says that it will give them according to their ability, according to their faith. A lot of things people are doing, Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, whatever, they don't have two heads. They don't. But because their mind has expanded, they don't think small. So he gave her that borrow as much. That was a very critical instruction. That is why everything with God is always instruction. You can remember when that is Elisha too, that he told the leopard, the warrior, is it Naaman? What did he tell him? Go. Everything about God is instruction. And that's why some things are working for some people that are Christian and some things are not working for some people. Because we need to understand how big God is. And we need to push the manifestation of God out in us. Tell somebody you got something. Say you got something. So everybody has something. Everybody. But that thing you have, are you utilizing it? Because it's God that increases. It's God. So most times we are not actually doing our responsibility for God to increase the work of our hand. So it's not that God don't want to increase the work of the hand, but if you don't, God is not a magician. You need to do your own responsibility. So he gave her that instruction. Continue.
And when you have come in.
And see another, this is a lot of instruction. That's why, when I did WAEC, maybe I failed or whatever, at times I did not follow instruction when I first did my first WAEC. Because there are some guidelines. When you do WAEC in Nigeria, maybe you say, do A, do B, X times, whatever. All those math, whatever. If you do what, especially some teachers are crazy. If you say, after you answer, and it's actually happened in some of the form that we fill here. He said, if you say yes to A, go to D, or go to A. Some people, they will now be doing, they follow the instruction. Because you say yes, that you are born here. Now you are not supposed to pick the next one that say, what is your green card number? Or what is it? Go to the next. So instructions are very, very good. And you can look at all the miracles that happened in the Bible. Even before Jesus Christ. Everything was an instruction. Remember when they came to Jesus' mother, right? What did he tell them? He said, anything he tells you to do. Even if he says you put sand in a vessel for you to get wine, just do it. Anything. So instructions are very, very good. Continue.
You shall shut the door behind you.
Now, after you have gotten the vessel according to the ability of your faith, now shut. That's why when there are some miracles, and I've told you before, there are some things that you do that you shut door. And I even told you some things you shut door to your wife at times. Because that was why the father of Isaac, the mother, that was why she laughed. She should have just cooked for those angels and just go to the bedroom. Sarah. You know, I'm talking about you have just cooked the food and just leave them. The same thing. Is it the John the Baptist parent that was deaf until they because instructions? Zachariah, yes, thank you. So the instructions said, shut the door. There are some doors that needs to shut. Some friends, you need to shut down some doors because they're gonna debar you from getting what you need to get from God. There are some things you are not supposed to be washing because it pollutes your mind. That when you just see it, you don't even need to wash it for 10 seconds. Because it will pollute your mind. It will not get you to where you want to get to. So he said, shut the door. Yes?
You shall shut the door behind you and your sons.
Shut. You know, the miracle is for both of them. So shut the door behind you and your son. So both of you should be inside with those empty vessels.
Then pour it into all those vessels.
Now pour the jar of oil that you have into all those vessels. What happens?
And set aside the full ones.
So it's just a jar, right? So pour it into this vessel and be setting aside the full ones. Go ahead.
So she went from him and shut the door behind her and her
She
sons.
followed, that's what that line is saying. She followed instruction as it was given. Go ahead.
Who brought the vessels to her, and she poured it out. Now it came to pass, when the vessels were full, that she said to her son, bring me another vessel. And he said to her, there is not another vessel. So the oil ceased.
So until they did not have no more vessel. That's when the oil. Until they did not. So you can say that, thank you. Every one of us have something. Every one of us. Every one of us. The thing that will make you, you have it already. You have it. Every one of us. We have something. But are you using the ability that you need to use? And are you following the necessary instructions for you to get what God has designed for you? So I want us this year, 2025, follow the instruction keenly. Number one, identify what you get. Identify. And it's God that gives. So identify. Well, I'm not talking about joy now. Identify that spectacular thing that God has given you. Because it's God that makes things work. It's God. It's God. You just want to follow the instructions. Instructions. That's the only thing you need to follow. Just follow the same thing in Exodus chapter 4, verse 2. Somebody should open it for me. Exodus chapter 4, verse 2. Moses had to follow instructions, and he got something. 4, verse 2. So the Lord said to Moses, you are a Bible Sunday school student. Go ahead.
What is that in your hand?
So you got something.
He said, a rod.
So always have something. You have something. The thing is that a lot of people, they don't know what they have. They don't know what they have. It's not, what is that that you have? All the miracles during Moses happened through that rod. When they did the snake, when they poured the water, you slash the rod into the water, that all their water become blood. Every miracle, even the big one, the Red Sea. So you got something. What is that thing you got? A lot of things is happening today. Because the world has changed. There is this thing that all these kids you watch. Coco Mello, Rhyme. You know how much those people are making? Just showing themselves going to the store, they playing cartoon. The world has changed. The world has changed because it's not small money YouTube is paying them, TikTok and all this kind of stuff. The world has changed. So there's no excuse. The world has changed. Ryan, you know how much they are making? All these kids, they like them. Ryan, they will just be playing with unnecessary things. And then I will just look at it. But because it's counted by view, millions of views. Ryan, Coco Mello, all of them. Now it's Roblox. You know how much those people are making? That they are pushing all these kids for you to buy them Roblox card, whatever. Just to, I sit down at times with them, with what are they doing? They are just chasing. They are running. You want to kill me? You want to, because you get examined. These guys are making money. What is that thing you got? That Coco Mello, every little boy, they like it. If they will sit on it, they will sit on, because at times I will just say, what are these people looking at? What are they looking there? Say, the world has changed. It's not like before. When I grew up, it's sand and football that we always do. It's sand and football. And the women will do 10-10. The one to do like this, I will do like this. The world is changed. It has changed. So we need to make use of it instead of just complaining for nothing. Because everything is open up. That's why the message of Pastor the other day about internet and all those kind of stuff. Everything, and it's God that gives them this opportunity. Those things they did when they went to the whatever mass, whatever, they failed many times. A lot of rockets fell and stuff like that before they improve on it. The world has changed. Things has changed. That's why a lot of things are going on. A lot of things. Unnecessary discussion. That's why all this, what is his name? Kinikon Diary or whatever. He's just making money or whatever, just talking rubbish. Another thing they are doing right now, but at times some things doesn't make sense. But they are making a lot of podcasts and stuff like that. What is Kinikon Diary? One guy that is in UK. What's his name? I've forgotten his name. Something Diary. One guy like this. Yes. What is this? And people will watch it till they went to work. The guy did not have any other job because he's eating on your views. The world has changed. So we need to cling into the changed world, unless we'll be left behind. May you not be left behind in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
So he said, what is that in your hand? The same thing, and I think I have that picture on my. The boy can bring it, or somebody can bring it up. The same thing for Joseph. I went to research the thing. It's not catapult that Joseph used. Oh,
David.
it is sling. David, sorry. It's not, because I know catapult. You can center
The one you know is
catapult.
rubber. It's not catapult.
Okay.
You know it's rubber.
We call it catapult. Maybe we are wrong. The one that you do like this.
Rubber. Catapult is just like this.
What is it called? David used it called a sling. SLING. So somebody should put it up for me. I have it on my laptop. Just look at David's that thing. I look at it. Go into my camp, bring my laptop, the blue card. That thing, you just put stone in it like this. And you fling it. So you are not the one controlling where it goes actually. What am I telling you? The thing you have, just do what you need to do. Let God control it to work for you. That thing is like it's like a leather rubber, and he put that stone.
It's not rubber. It's just like this. Rubber, you can aim rubber.
So no. What I mean is that it looks like this.
This is rubber.
That is catapult. That is wrong. Sling. Put.
A slingshot? That's a slingshot.
No. We call it. That's wrong. Yes. I'll pull it up for you. But go ahead and pull it up.
This one you can aim.
This one, just put that. I will tell you what to put for you. Then you will see it. This is the one I know. That Daddy said it. This is the one I know. Because they use it to kill bird. Right? That is the one we know. We are young. This is the one we know. The one that David used was not.
Catapult. That's different to this. This one you can aim it. Catapult. Yeah. Exactly.
That is it.
Yes. You don't aim this.
That is it.
It goes anywhere.
So you can now imagine what happened. That God that David have to go and stay in somebody that have you don't know where to go.
Yeah. Just so.
That is it. I don't know this. I had to research it to see because it's the catapult is that one that I know. Well, if I'm wrong, catapult is the one that's the one I don't know this one. So you can understand that miracle of killing Goliath
It's a miracle of God.
is a miracle of God. Because this thing will just pop out. It can pop out to the south now.
To anywhere.
Because you just do like this. So those things that you have in your hand, you just use it and let God do the control. But the problem is that if you are not using that thing you got, that is where the problem comes. You need to make sure you use that thing you got. Because it says it's God that increases. It's God that increases. Matthew chapter 14, verse 17. So this year, I want you to use that thing you got. Use it. Because things has changed. If you don't feel ashamed, if you don't care, when you are going to store, put it wherever, put it on, make money. People will wash it. Even if you I just want to and then they can make money. That's what Ryan and all of them are doing. Their father will just be running around. They will be giving, what is nonsense? He's making money.
Yeah.
So there's no chance for unnecessary excuse like before. There's no chance for it. So the world has shifted from traditional work. That's why all these kids is learning our father. That they say, Bola, you have to be doctor. You have to be nurse. You have to be lawyer. Every family, they want them lawyer, nurse, whatever. No. Don't shumala, no. Don't make them go and say, no. It has changed. It has changed. It has changed. It has changed. Seriously. One boy, this guy, is it Dayo, I know, whatever. What is it? He's just traveling around the world and just showing everybody. Because you will watch it. Don't be only watcher. Be a doer. Don't be only watcher. If you are not ashamed, if you don't care, when you are going to church, you do video. Like, some people don't be wondering. You don't it doesn't have to be only 9 to 5 only that you are making money. No. So you have something. Whatever you feel you have. Can somebody open that book for me? Matthew chapter 14, verse 17. So there's always time. That's the thing. We always have something. But the thing is that at times, and which is I think my mom used to say it somehow, it's a bad thing for you to have something and you don't know you don't have. That's the biggest problem. You need to make sure that thing you have, utilize it very, very well. Go ahead, please.
And they said to him.
And now they said to him after he has been teaching them and stuff.
We shall have here only 5 loaves.
Go back a little bit to like maybe 12 or 13.
13. When Jesus heard it, he departed from there by boat to a desert.
Yes.
Okay, 14. And when Jesus went out, he saw a great multitude, and he was moved with compassion for them, and healed their sick. When it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, there is a deserted place, and the hour is already late. Send the multitude away, that they may go.
Because he has been preaching since morning or since day, and people were enjoying him. Now he said, the time has gone. Oh, can you let them go? A lot of you, if we do service till 3 or till 4, maybe his only daddy will be here or something like that. So a lot of people, they have been there. And he said, then, the disciple told him that, let's send them away because they have been here since morning. They have not eaten. Go ahead.
Send the multitude away, that they may go into the villages and buy themselves food.
Yes.
But Jesus said to them, they do not need to go away. You give them something to eat.
Good.
And they said,
that's why. Just like when we did what is it called? Liberation conference. Is it the Christian or me? We insisted that we need to give people something. So all these things are also biblical. Is that they should not go. Give them something to eat. Go ahead.
And they said to him, we have here only 5 loaves and 2 fish. He said, bring them here to me. Then he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass. And he took the 5 loaves and 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven. He blessed and broke and gave the loaves to the disciples, and the disciples gave to the multitudes. So they all ate and were filled.
Only with 5 loaves and 2 fishes. What happened right there?
Multiplication.
Number 1, something is available that it can work with. God will always want to work with something. God will always want, you have to note that one. He will always want to work with something. It might be your job, it might be whatever. He will always want to work with something in order for you to get a multiplication. And note another thing, the multiplication will depend on your faith and on how much you can push. He said he fed them with only 5 loaves. Loaf is just the one we buy at the African store. 5 loaves, and when they say multitude, that's a lot of people. 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes. Meaning that as he gave it to the disciples that they are giving them, it does not finish. It does not finish. But what happened? You know the story. The boy. That's another thing. People were fed. Thank you. The boy that gave the thing. He went home with loaves. 12 baskets of individual loaves. Now we don't know how big those baskets that they pour it into. That's another thing the Bible did not expose to us. Because if you have a basket, maybe 10 loaves or more can fit in it. It's just like you buy something in the bag at the African store or whatever. So you can put maybe at least in one bag, in little bag, whatever, that bag, you can put at least 3 or 4 bread in it. So 12 baskets in return, because he has something. Meaning that if somebody else had something, that miracle will have been somebody else. And another thing is that the boy was willing to give. Was willing to give. Because you can say, this is the fish and the bread that my mommy gave me when I said I was going to that place that they are doing crusade. Because it was crusade they were doing. Because the mom just gave me, take this one when you are going. It's just like when the kids are going to school, you give them lunch. And they have lunch box. So you give them, you are going somewhere. I don't know when you come back. Oh, take this one. But the boy did not know. The boy did not know that it's going to come with. You can imagine what the mom will say when he gets home. The Bible did not, because it's not everything that was, expressed in the Bible. Can you imagine what the mom will say? So we have something. Tell somebody, I got something. I got something. So use those things God has given. It's God that giveth. It's God that giveth. No man giveth, but God. Those things God has given you. Use. We went to, and I know this already actually. We went to a funeral, the other day. And my wife said something. And that's one thing about life. And you know this. She said, This is where the most knowledge are buried. Because a lot of things God gave them, they never. Your own is to try. Just pour it out. Don't mind where it goes to. But if you don't pour it out, they will bury it on the ground.
Yeah.
The most blessed place is my road. I had it. It was blessed my road. I had the most blessed place in art is the cemetery. That's the most blessed place in art because a lot of ideas that never came to life, limelight. A lot of ideas that you might think, I'm shy. They'll be thinking that whatever. You just do it.
Yes.
You just do it. Just try it. Just try it. Do it. Because that's where most places, a lot of things that might break the world, that might make the world, is in cemetery.
Yeah.
Because God give it.
And they don't release it.
Through of course they are gone. God give it through different means. But it's your own to make sure you push it out. Yeah. Imagine if this Facebook guy did not push it or whatever, what that idea out, or his friend or whatever they say it is, or that's the thing. You don't know the one that God will make work. You don't know. Those guys also, Facebook, whatever, they have tried several things that they failed. So it's nothing. It's part of the process. But there are hiccups. It's part of the process. So don't let that one debar you or disturb you from making an attempt. Do your own party. By putting it out there. A lot of the messages all these pastors, and that's the all these pastors are preaching. Hey, we have preached it here. It's because they don't put it on the internet. There's nothing new. Like nobody is saying. Nothing new. But because it's out there and a lot of people see it, do see it, and maybe it catch somebody's attention, one blogger or whatever, he puts it out. This one, it catches. There's nothing special that nobody has preached that we have not preached here. So God has given us. Today is 26th of the year. If you need to search what God has given you, that's on your own. Search it. Project it out. And especially we that, I'm young, we that don't slow down these kids. Please, I'm begging. Don't slow them down. You just need to control them. And they should know the way of the Lord. But don't slow them down in manifesting what God gives to them. Don't slow them down. That's why I put it on myself. I'm not going to tell the kids that you have to do medicine, you have to do. No! Because those things, parents has a high responsibility to identify what your kids at young, what they like doing. Ola is very good with drawing. Very, very good. Don't say you should do doctor or whatever, and we'll be struggling there like the mechanic that my dad wants me to go and do.
Engineer.
Right. Because the world is going to change more. It's just getting started. We are seeing it first. The kids of these people, it's fast paced. It happened in our face. They were born into it. But their kids, it's going to be like rockets if Jesus has not come. It's going to be like rockets. Like rockets. Don't slow them down. And you have to do doctor, you have to do, and it's your responsibility to know what they like, they enjoy doing. what they like, so that they are on that path. They can do something else, whatever, but that part is very, very important. Because when you doing something that you love, even if they don't pay you for it, and you do it, you enjoy it. The word now, people are doing, what is blogger? It's just only Olofofo. That's what is blogger. There's nothing. What is it? Gossip. That is it. Amebo, thank you. But people are making money from it. Because if something happens, like the one they are putting around, Damina said this one said this, this one, this one. You see how many views those people are having? Because you are watching it. You never let Abioye go, whatever. He said he will have not let him go, whatever. Everybody is just but these people putting it out there. If you like to, if you have that, you can create an anonymous YouTube account or whatever, and make money out of it if you don't want people to know you. You can repeat things. I don't need to teach you what to do. There's a lot of things out there. There's a lot of things. They don't need to see your face. They don't need to see your face. You can be repeating the news. That's why I told you about the last time. Since there's a live communication, repeat the news in the morning. And then I repeat it, put it online. People will watch it. They don't have job. They watch it. People will watch it. Just repeat the news. That happened. Oh, Trump did this today. Oh, do you know make money? You get views. So you have something. Utilize it. Those things God has given to us. Because you can't take it away with you. You can't. You can't take it away with you. You can't take it away with you. You can't. God has given everybody according to the ability. Everybody. So God puts, I've not even read anything here. God puts things into our hands and employs what is in our hands for his glory and purpose. So use it. Recreate things. Recreate things. If you don't want to, you don't need to show yourself. You can even show video of. There are people that want to see how Baltimore is. You can show video of how Baltimore is and put it on Instagram, put it on YouTube. You will see people view it. Yes. There is algorithm for you to get traffic. You know how many people in the world? Like 7 billion now, or something like that. It used to be 6.5. People will look at it. So don't be left behind. It is very, very important. Don't be left behind. Don't be left behind. Don't be left behind. So those things we get, let's use it. The things you enjoy, let's use it. Do it. Use it. And may God bless the work of your hand. Amen. I said, may God bless the work of your hand. Amen. Whatever work you do, whatever things you decided to do, may God bless it. Amen. So he told the woman, he said, borrow as much as you can get. So until they fill the vessels that they borrow, that jar of oil did not finish. Until it was, it did not finish. They did not finish. So as we go this year, 2025 is a journey. It's a journey of 12 months. We are wrapping up the first month now, next week, I guess. So please, let's use those things that we got. Because we got something. We got something. We got something. Especially online now, there's a lot of money making. People are doing Amazon delivery. They don't need to know you. Doing different, whatever, drop shipping. They used to say that Oleni or Niger, that is the person that is not lazy that would just pick up and do something. Do something. Instead of us complaining, because the world is not like before again. It has completely changed. And everything changed. Actually, when I got into everything changed totally when we were in this America. That was when Facebook came, whatever. That was everything changed. Because there was no Facebook in 2002. Everything just changed within the last 15 to 16 years. And it has been a very drastic change in the last 6 years.
After COVID.
Yes. It has been very, very drastic change. So we have to move with the flow. Move with the change. Move with the change. So those things you have, use them. Use them. Use them. Don't only let people be making money off you. You too make money. Don't only let people make money. All this bill, all this gossip that you are just watching, they are making money off you. Because you are part of the count to watch. All the one we are watching on Facebook, on Instagram, the likes, the comments. You can see a lot of people. And funniest thing is, a lot of them in Africa, in Nigeria, they know about it. That's why they will tell, can you share this video? Can you tell me? They know what it's telling you. Tell me where are you watching from? Because all the algorithm that they are using to make money, they have to have comments, they have to have likes. Because what happened is this, is a business. The Facebook owner or Instagram or YouTube owner, they push adverts of goods and services. And when you watch it like this, you see it on yourself. You will say, buy whatever, buy whatever. People that need it, they buy it through it. That's how they make money. So I think maybe 1,000 view or 14 view, might be 1 cent, might be whatever. It adds up over time. 2 million view, 1 million view, whatever, it adds up. A lot, like when I said the Coco Melo, whatever. Some kids have watched it more than 100 times. One kid. More than 100 times. The one that when Allah was young, the one that we roll down, roll over. We watched it together for a long time. When she was young, we watched it together. I would be rolling on the bed. We roll over, and she will laugh. We play it again. You know how much I've made my money for those people?
From you.
From yes, because we repeat it. All over and further down. So please, you two get involved. Get involved. Get involved. And there's no monopoly of things. It doesn't matter that somebody else is doing it that you can't do it. No. Your own market, your own customer are different. You know, the sky is enough for birds to fly without touching themselves. So you don't say that because Brother Tolu is doing it. So that Brother Tolu don't feel like you are the one that just anticipating. So that Brother Tolu don't feel that I'm doing what I'm doing. And then don't even think what's your business. Don't so that Brother Tolu don't feel that because I am doing it. He's doing it too. No, he's doing it so he's going to get his own customer. I'm going to get my own customer. There's too much enough people in the world for you to sell to. You see how many churches? It's like Africans everywhere now. Everybody don't have their own member. So that's it. They said in London, church is like every street. Just like in Nigeria. It's like every street. There's no shopping complex, you will not see church. People still go there. So you have to know what you got and, you know, do what you need to do in order to get to where you need to get to. Most important is that you know the word of God, you know the right thing from the wrong thing. That's the essence of coming to, you are saved. That's the essence of coming to the church. And you do it in the way of the Lord. Because the one that is even rampant now is the church home. Because too much heresy is too much. It's too much heresy. And people are now making money off it. Hey, the one that Amina say, they put the one the BW say, they put the one everything, they will put it. They put the one where Papa Dewa say don't pay tithe. They put the one where everybody watch it. So that is the game now. Let's rise up and pray. Tell God that I'm ready to use what I got. I'm ready to use what you have given me. Lord, help me. Bless the work of my hand. Bless the work of my hand. In the name of Jesus. Tell God, bless anything I do, even if you're selling water, if you're selling stone, bless the work of my hand, God. Bless the work of my hand. Anything I lay my hands upon, anything I decide to do, anything I decide to venture on this year, 2025, Father, bless it. No matter how foolish it might be, or I think it's not going to work, Father, bless it. Anything I do this year, Father, bless me. Ongoing from now on. Anything I do, Father, bless the work of my hand. It's only God that blesses. It's God that moves things. It's the one that moved that sling that David that he used, because I cannot imagine that can enter Goliath's little spot that was left because he has helmet on. Tell God, bless the work of my hand. Control the work of my hand. Bless everything I do. Bless everything I do. Everything that I'm going to do, Father, bless it. Bless it. Everything in the name of Jesus. Pray.